Yo, what's up, welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a while, and let me go ahead and explain that real quick. I actually shot a bunch of videos working on the RX-7, working on a couple things, but I just didn't like the footage that I had. Didn't feel like it was involved or anything like that, so just gonna do a little update video so you guys know where all the cars are at. First things first, let's go over to the RX-7 on the side of the house and see what's going on over there. So as you guys can clearly see, there's no motor in here. Yeah, we pulled the motor out, so let's go ahead, roll the clip that I have of that, getting the motor out of the vehicle here. We officially have the motor out of the car now and dangling actually very high on this cherry picker. But, oh, wire's stuck in there. There we go, here's the clutch and everything. But yep, the motor is out. We also completely gutted the interior because we're gonna redo it all. Gonna redo the dash, center console, get new seats in here, run different wires, redo everything. So we did that. Hatch has some of the plastics in it, a little reflective. Let's go through here. Has some of the plastics in it that we're gonna retouch up. You can see the hatch back there. And the roll cage is in here. We also took the motor up to Lucky 7 Racing, which we'll go ahead and show you some clips right now of that. Dropping off the motor, seeing the FC that this is actually being built around. And they started up for us, which is super cool. So let's go ahead, roll those clips, enjoy it because that FC is dope and this FC is gonna be just as dope. So let's go. One here, one here. Oh, that smell. God love the 85 line.
Except where you get an upper you have an adapter in between. Oh, I see it. Yeah, to run the FE intake manifold because it's a better.
Z is still here, looking fantastic like normal. Drove it for the first time yesterday in actually 22 days. And that, the car is quite dirty actually still, but it still runs great. And that's just how busy I have been this past month. You know, I only been able to drive it one time in 22 days. In San Diego, look at the weather. It's not like, you know, we don't have the weather to drive it. And now let's take it back to the beginning of the channel and talk about the Speed 3. She's a little dirty, but you know, as the daily driver, I'll probably clean her up actually today. However, I don't know if you've noticed something right there. See that in the hood? Some dink at my work in the parking lot just decided to walk up to the car, leave a fatty handprint right here, and then just like push down. I'm not sure if he tripped or something, but there was a fat handprint just like this, just totally left this mark here. It's in the body line right here. I know it can be fixed, but still, like, don't touch other people's cars. That's just freaking stupid. This shot, I feel like I'm doing a bathroom selfie for a dating website. Anyway, so John from Dent Time, the guy who did the dents in the Z, is coming by later on today. He's gonna pull that dent out right there, and you know, it's just like unfair that I have to pay for something that someone else did because they can't keep their hands to themselves. I just don't like it. But I also don't like the dent there. So yeah, I have to pay some money to have someone come out and pull the dent, but John knows what he's doing. That dent's gonna disappear. You're not even gonna know it ever happened. and we're gonna be good. But that's the update with the Speed 3. Still the daily driver. Still, I had a little moment of where I kind of wanted to sell it, but I decided to not. And so we still have it. I've also been sick for almost the past 2 weeks, and I still have a little bit of a cough. So if you see a lot of cuts and edits on this video, I'm sorry, that's just me editing out a cough. But what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna move the cars around. I'm gonna get the Speed 3 in the garage so John has a place to work on it, and that, you know, where the light is stable and it's out of the way and whatnot. So we'll pick this vlog back up when he gets here and do a little montage of him knocking out the dent.
Walk by. There goes a sight from my soul.
So here's the after. Do you guys see the dent anymore? Actually, you can't see it at all in this lens. But everything always looks better in the camera, right? Anything you need to say there, John?
I don't know, good repair, even for an overstretched dent. Came out very well, very hard to notice, and definitely within our 90% or better means there.
So as you guys have followed for a while, you know that John's been on the channel before. He fixed the dents in the Z, and he works for Dent Time, guys. Don't forget, if you have any cars that need PDR or anything in the San Diego County area, he does mobile dent repair, as well as if you have a big project. They do have a shop in Escondido as well that you can go to and, you know, drop off your car, and they'll do pretty much everything for you. They always knock it out of the park with the PDR. Probably hands down the best in San Diego. That's why I don't take it to Bumper Dock anymore. First of all, they overcharge you. Second of all, they don't do a very good job. So stick with Dent Time, guys. They always work out very well. And so next thing I want to talk about is I want to go back to the Z. That gorgeous car right there. So the Z is being put on hold for a little bit. The RX-7 is not, but then again, the RX-7 is also my brother's build, so it's on his budget, not mine. I am saving to go back to school, and that's the reason why you haven't seen very much content. You haven't, and you probably won't for a little bit. I'm still gonna tinker with the Z here and there. It still is my project car, but the money is going to go back to school. And the first time I went to school, I only went because, you know, it was expected of you after you graduate high school. You know, you go to college and do all that stuff, and I went with just to fit that mold, you know, with no real direction or anything, and no real happiness or goal in mind. This time around, though, I finally decided to do something that I've wanted to do for a while, which is welding. I'm going to go to a trade school, learn how to every single form of welding, and eventually my goal would be to start up like almost a custom fab shop. So I have to plan for that, because when I go back to school, it's going to be full-time and I won't be able to maintain my current job. So I have to leave my current job, and I'm going to be picking up odds and ends here to make sure I have enough, you know, money for mortgage, gas, cell phone, you know, all the insurance, all the bills, you know, you have to be an adult. I gotta make sure all those are paid for first and foremost. So you know, sorry if there's less content coming out and stuff like that, but you have to realize that in the grand scheme of things, I believe this is the right move to make, and now is the time to do it. So I thought I'd just let you guys know what's going on and keep you informed that there's still content coming. I'm going to film as much as we can with the RX-7. Now that the assembly process is finally coming full circle, we should get the motor back from Lucky 7 Racing. It should be done this week. However, my brother traveled to Spain and he's not going to be back until December. So once he comes back, we'll go and pick up the motor and start the assembly process, and that's where the detailed videos are going to come into play. We didn't film that much of ripping out the motor, because ripping out a motor, you know, is just, hey, undo everything and take it out of the car. But the way we're going to build it is going to be unique, and there's very little to no content on what we have planned for the car and how the power steering is going to be hooked up, and all that stuff. So it's going to be a really cool build. It's going to be great for you guys to witness and see how this FC is being built. When there is a lot of FD content out there, even though like there could be a lot more. A lot of people just, oh, slap it together. They don't do, you know, in-depth videos on how they assembled all these parts and how they came across and fixed, you know, certain things and switched out their certain things, because we're ditching the stock steering, power steering system, and we're actually going to put in a electric steering motor from a MR2. That is something that's really unique, and it's going to work really well. It's going to be ran off a switch inside the car, you know, so when you turn on the ignition, it'll power that real quick, and you can even use power steering when the car is off. So it's going to be a fun build. It's going to be really, really, really fast. I just want to let you guys know that right now. The port is done. We're going with a basic street port. We're not doing full bridge or anything like that. One reason for that is because we want to keep it tame sounding. The rotary brap here in San Diego is gonna get the car taken and crushed from you. People who daily and stuff, they're really, really, really running on borrowed time. It's just a matter of time before they get pulled over and they lose their car. So we're gonna keep it with a straight idle, and also that helps with throttle response. I don't know if you guys are familiar or driven any RX-7s with ports, but a bridge port is like a big cam in a car. It has very little to no throttle response or power down low. It's all up high. And with the street port, the power is still down low. So with the turbo that we're choosing everything, we're gonna have full torque and full boost at around 3,000 RPM on a rotary. Like, that's insane. And the torque is going to be really high. Like, it's going to be almost matching the numbers of the horsepower, which once again for a rotary is just insane. So once the car is done, it's just going to be a wicked car. You guys will be able to see the videos as it comes up. Obviously I'm not going to get everything. A lot of times I'm just going to hand my brother my cameras and say, go for it, film it, and I'll edit it, and we'll either throw it up on his channel or we'll throw it up on my channel. So we'll have links for that as it comes along. But I just want to keep you guys in the loop on what's going on with everything. So that's going to call this video. It's a little catch-up video with information about every single car and where they're at. Dent in the Speed 3 is gone. I wouldn't say, there's still a little bit of distortion because the metal was stretched. So where the metal is stretched, you can still see a little wave here and there, but the shape of the dent is gone, and it's just, I'm so happy that that's taken care of. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.